All right. Hello, audience. Hey, before we get started, we're going to hear from one of our sponsors. And if anybody knows any sponsors that would like to be in on any of our podcasts, reach out to us. We'd love to chat with them. But today we're going to hear from one of my favorite people, been a vendor and a partner of ours for a long time. Let's hear from Yvette Meyer with Old Republic Home Warranty.
Your clients are most concerned with their $6,000 to $7,000 air conditioning unit in their home when it's triple-digit heat here in Arizona. And Old Republic Home Protection has got you covered. On our Platinum plan, if we cannot repair, we replace with no age restriction. Yes, entire air conditioning unit systems. We also cover $1,000 in modification that's always necessary when we replace units. And we have no pound or dollar limit on refrigerant. Most home warranty companies now have a pound or dollar limit on the R22 refrigerant because it's tripled in cost, or they don't cover it at all. And we will cover that with no pound or dollar limit. Remember Old Republic Home Protection on your next contract. We greatly appreciate your business.
Well, thank you, Yvette. You know, some people out there are listening in, when they hear triple digit temperature, they go, where the hell do you live? That's right, Arizona. Come here, it's beautiful here. So anyway, guys, you know, every week we like to talk about our journey from closing down the largest single office brokerage in the entire country, doing almost $2 billion a year, to go to the platform and lock arms with eXp Realty. And we like to talk about our journey, the pros, the cons, what's happening, and the people that are coming along with us. So welcome to the massive real estate rebuild.
Chuck and Angela Fazio built one of the largest independent brokerages in the country, overseeing over 40,000 homes sold and $9 billion in production. Why did they make this life-changing move to eXp Realty? Follow their journey every week. Welcome to the massive real estate rebuild.
Well, welcome. Well, tonight I know we advertised that we were going to be bringing on a top producer from C21 in another state that was going to come on. Unfortunately, her son got really sick, so we won't have her today, but the last minute we scrambled. We scraped the barrel to get
we rock, paper, scissors for us.
And we're going to bring on first one of our good friends, partners in the top recruiter in the country. Let's bring on Kristen Cantrell. Welcome, Kristen, to the massive real estate.
You guys, I have to laugh really hard because it's been so silent at my house. And right when you guys were introducing me, my door started pounding and it was my son. So, hi.
Yes. We might see those little rugrats running around soon.
That's right.
You know, it's been a great journey with you. And you know, a lot of people out there may not have known the whole way this thing went down. You help us build the largest single office brokerage in the country. I mean, you were definitely a big part of that. You know, well, tell us about your journey, because you were never a recruiter before.
No, I never was a recruiter. And honestly, I think that just falling in love with the product was such a big deal for me. So, you know, what helped me to be a great recruiter was falling in love with Revelation Real Estate. And I feel like, you know, I was really, really sad when we decided to move to eXp at first.
You cried like a baby.
I almost cried like a baby. I didn't cry like a baby, but you know, it was like a really like scary thing for me. But, you know, fast forward a year and I've now fallen in love with eXp, and I can truly say that I believe in it with all my heart. And I'm stoked. I couldn't be happier that we made this move for so many different reasons.
Yeah. You want to add anything in there?
Well, now she's always been friends of ours for years, but now we get to even work more closely than we ever have in the past, helping more and more people than we ever have in the past. So
she literally now becomes our partner.
Yes.
And you know, for people out there listening, there's some takeaways that we always talk about in anything with sales is number one is you have to believe in your product. When you believe in your product, then the second thing that happens is passion. You have a passion for it. And just like, you know, me and Angela owning the company, that was our baby. We had a passion for that company. So going to eXp Realty, we had to fall in love with it. And I think that was the knee-jerk reaction Kristen had at first is, wait a minute, I'm not happy about the move, because she didn't really know what she was moving to.
Well, she didn't want to be taken away from what she believed in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and you know, I kind of tell this story a lot, but you had asked me, Chuck, you said, why are people at Revelation? And I said, the culture. And you said, why else are people at Revelation? I said, because it's inexpensive. And you said, well, where does that leave us in 5 years or 10 years? And I was like, you know, in my head, like, we'll be fine. Like, what do you mean? Where are we going to be? And you said, we have nothing like technology wise. We're not like ahead of everything that's going on in real estate. And it didn't really hit me, I feel like, until a couple months ago, really learning about what eXp is doing to set themselves apart and ahead of everybody else, where I'm like, I totally get it, because I don't think we would have been around in 5 years.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we're all not that much prideful that we could all say that.
Yeah.
That we've seen the writing on the wall, and as leaders, and we're all leaders on here, you have to make those tough decisions. You have to go, I'm going to rid myself of my pride and ego and go, what's best for our agents? Yes, we built an incredible culture. Yes, at the time we were doing some great things to help agents, but watching the way this industry is going, and the world for that matter with technology, it was going to be really difficult for us to keep up. And EXP gave us that shot that just helped us skyrocket.
You know, I think we need to bring up yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. No, go ahead.
So one of the things that I want to bring up first is, you know, it is about culture, and it's about relationship building. And that's one of the things Kristen is really good at. So if you guys ever want to, you know, understand Kristen's point of view from the move to the company, reach out to Kristen. But one of the other things that was a concern for us when we made the move is, what are our producers going to think? Our top producers, what are they going to think about this model of eXp Realty and possibly at that time a brand that didn't really carry so much clout? Matter of fact, had a bit of a bad reputation because of all the gossipers and the naysayers. So what better time to bring out one of not only our good friend, but a top producing agent in her own right. In 2020, so the year of the pandemic, by herself, she sold 64 units and 24 million. This girl's just a rock star, been in the business 16 years, so she knows this industry really well. Let's bring out our good friend, Rachel Krill.
Welcome.
Hey.
Rachel just krills it. So,
I forget who started that, but it's awesome.
I think Nicole started that.
I don't know.
I like it.
Anyway, Rachel, so what went through your mind when we were ready to move to EXP?
Honestly, you know, I was very hesitant. Just because I'm a very analytical, I want the details, I want all that. And we went to lunch and talked about it. And I think, you know, one of the things you always say is you have to spend money to make money. And something I told my dad, you know, both my parents are in real estate, is I said, at the end of the day, I'm a 1099 contractor. Why am I not going to take a gamble on myself and try this out for a year? I'm not signing a life contract with these people, right? And that year changed my life.
The year is almost up too.
Yeah, I just finished
my first year.
Yeah, I moved over February. I was one of the first to go over, right? Because once I made up my mind, I wasn't going to stick around. Let's just move over and get this going. But I think that year changed my whole mindset on the real estate industry, and also EXP, I fell in love with it. You know, EXP's changed the way I do my business, changed my life financially, just the people I even get to be around. And I think there's so many benefits to it. I don't even know if I could say it all here. Like, you know,
and I know you're not. That's not lip service coming from you.
No.
If you know Rachel, she'll never say
Straight
something
shooter. Yeah.
that she doesn't mean. So
yeah. And I think, Angela, one of the things we talk about that I think most people don't think about, because as a whole, the real estate industry is very old school. No one thinks new ways. It's like there's no new wineskins in this industry. You know, what happens is you're basically told, get your license, learn the business, build a successful business, build a team. From that team, maybe you'll own a brokerage one day, then maybe you'll own two, and then you'll basically be done working whenever. That's the model that you have. And not everyone wants to do that. And I think EXP gives so many different aspects to the business that you can be a part of an industry you love and maybe not be a full-time seller or whatever, or your different seasons of life.
Right.
You know, you maybe want to be a high producing agent and have a team. And then you go, you know what? I want to go into mentorship, or I want to go into recruiting, or I want to go into this. You don't have to get out of the industry you love. You can enjoy each season of your life at the same company.
wow, that's a great way of putting it. It gives you, like I always say, opportunities.
Yeah.
Opportunities at every point. What did you say to there was a new agent one time that said to you, well, I heard EXP isn't for new agents. And what did you say to him?
I said, if I had EXP when I was a new agent, I'd be retired by now.
On a beach somewhere.
Like it's so somewhere, and I wouldn't be talking to you. I think I actually said that.
Yeah, you did.
I think Kristen and I talk on Moms in Real Estate podcast. We talk with so many women, and we hear their pain points in their seasons of life and how, you know, it's difficult for this reason or difficult for that reason. And we have to bite our tongue because we're like, if you were an EXP, we could solve that problem, or we could solve that issue.
Yeah, Josh, I look at some of the young agents getting in that get the EXP model.
I'm jealous.
And I'm jealous. I'm like, you realize you could be a millionaire before you're 30.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Just tonight, I have a brand new agent, 6 months in the business, building his real estate business and doing awesome. Organically, he's signed on. Tonight was his 4th agent, just somebody that knows him, friends with him, and said, hey, you're at EXP. Tell me more about that. And that's what's so cool is so many people think like, well, I don't want to spend time I need to spend time building my real estate business. You do that, but organically, people are going to ask you where you're at. And how cool is it that within 6 months, he has 4 people that he has in his organization. It's awesome.
And you know what's really crazy? When you really process this, I want the people out there to realize what is available to you. So you could be an agent. You could come in, partner with all of us, be an agent. And then what you do is, since Kristen's not in production, she's into building businesses, you literally have her as a partner. You don't have to pay her 1 penny. You couldn't afford Kristen if you just hired her. And yet she's working with you and for you to help you build your business. That is one of the things I really want listeners, if you're an agent out there, not at EXP, you should be really going, wait, I can still do what I'm doing over here, but I got partners that are good at different things that actually come alongside me and help me build my business.
That's the part that I think people miss altogether, because you don't know what you don't know. In a traditional real estate, you might be able to bounce an idea or two off of somebody, but within the EXP organization, you are literally getting for nothing all of these incredible partners who are pouring into you for the betterment of you.
Well, watch this. If you're out there and you're an agent struggling, I'm going to give you a piece of advice that will blow your mind right now. You could join with us, come under Rachel. So you sign up with Rachel. So that means, now watch this, you get one of the top agents in the country as your mentor that you don't pay nothing for. And while you're at it, you're getting one of the top recruiters in the country, and you're getting 2 of the biggest builders who have overseen $9 billion in production. So you could be a brand new agent and look at the team you just got that is at your side, and people want to know, why is EXP growing the way it is? You couldn't get that at any other company.
You couldn't afford to pay.
And you're not even giving all the details of all the people. That's just a little piece of it, which is so cool.
Well, oh my God, the phone line should be ringing right now. Going, where do I sign up?
But there's more.
You know, here's the other thing. And sometimes there's agents maybe listening to this, that what happens is your pride and ego gets in the way. Maybe you looked at this model before and you said, this is not for me. And that's fine, because this company's growing and growing. But I'm going to tell you, if you're out there and you want to change your life, and that's what I say, change your life. That's how radical this is. You can get partners like us that will take you to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's like hashtag you want us to recruit you. You want us to. That's just what it
Well,
is.
it should also be hashtag you a dumbass. No, I didn't say
He did not say that. He was just kidding about that part.
That wasn't nice. Wait. I'm not calling, but I'm here. The faceless Facebook user. It's like
How do you even become a faceless Facebook user? That's
well, you know,
Stream so many different places.
it's almost like the
skills.
invisible man showing up and saying, I'm here. And we don't see you.
That's awesome.
Anything else you want to add in here?
No. I
want Rachel to say,
Rock,
okay,
paper,
so
scissors? What?
no rock, paper, scissors. But I want Rachel, if somebody was to say, I'm just hung up on the $16,000 cap, because that's like one of the top things you're going to hear from somebody that produces like you. What is your comment? What would you say to them?
Couple things. You got to look at all the numbers. Most people are too lazy to look at every number they pay to their brokerage. They only look at what's the big dollar amount coming out of their paycheck. Is it $250 a transaction, whatever that might be? I guarantee you, if you sit down, no broker's in business to not make money. Let's all agree on that, right? They're making money off of you, and your $250 a transaction is not keeping their doors open. So if you really look at truly what they're charging you, most people, if you're selling a decent amount of houses, you're paying at least $5,000 to $8,000, even at a low fee brokerage with your E&O insurance, things like that. I love that. My last year at Revelation, Chuck and Angela, love you. I paid $5,000 in E&O insurance. I'm capped at $500 a year at EXP.
Where do you think I had to make my money off of
I know.
you?
You had to make money off me somehow. Right?
Yeah, everybody's like, I can't believe how low your fees are. Go, trust me, I'm making money off you.
How many people do we talk to that say, oh, I'm on this split, or I pay this? And I say, well, what's your franchise fee? Oh, they're like, it's 5%, but they don't even count that.
They don't count that.
Don't even know.
So I think if you looked at all of that, you'd realize you're paying pretty close to it, or even half of that. And my biggest thing to say to you is, if you're out there and you're hung up on the $16,000, I can't help that. But if you're willing to take a gamble, I would take a gamble on myself all day long that I could icon and get my $16,000 back in stock, then throw away $8,000 to $10,000 every year for the life of my career. I take a gamble.
Wait a minute, Rachel. But what if the stock crashes? What if it's not worth that, Rachel? Is that
what if that award I got goes into the trash?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because the stock really adds a lot of value.
So I'll be honest. So my stock is insane. That's one of the things that's life-changing for me. Yep. You get stocks for people that come on underneath you when they close their first deal. I have some agents that when they close their first deal, that 250 I got in stock, I literally have it open right now.
400.
I can tell you. What?
It's 400.
400.
Oh, 400. Okay, 400 you get when they
close their first
transaction. I can tell you one of them is worth $4,200 right now in stock.
Wow, for bringing them on.
From literally one person.
From one person.
I got a $400 stock that's now worth $4,000. I have other ones that are worth $1,900. It all depends on when it was bought. Unless it goes down to zero, I'd rather have something than nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why a lot of people don't ever create wealth is because they don't understand how to create wealth. They just look at that one fixed number. You know, wealth comes from, yes, you got to take some risks.
Yeah.
You know, if there's no risk, there's no reward. And I say you're selling real estate anyway. Instead of being a naysayer and looking at, well, what if the stock crashes? Why don't you go the opposite? What if you roll the dice, come on over, and what if it explodes like it has?
Yeah.
You're going to make a crap load of money.
You know, my favorite people to talk to is, you know, listen, Angela, I don't get it. I don't get it. Can you help me understand? I love that mentality. You don't have to get it now, but to seek to understand what the opportunity might be for you. We're not saying it's for everyone.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone, but for those people who say, I don't get it, can you explain it to me so that I can understand? I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll tell 3 real quick things before we're done too, is 3 stories that I heard this year that were really awesome were people that have sold real estate for years and years and years. And this year one girl pulled out $33,000 and paid off her car with her stock. Another person pulled out $150,000 because they bought a new home and they wanted to furnish the whole thing and not worry about expenses. And another pulled out enough money to put a down payment on an Airbnb. So I'm like, you know, that kind of stuff, I mean, come on. That's crazy. So
free money.
Yeah, well, if you're a Keller Williams and you pay in your cap of 18 or 21,000, what is that worth for you?
What if you're a half cap, Chuck?
Oh, half cap. Yeah, so you
You're
save
saving more money, but you're also not getting anything.
Yeah,
the people that didn't come to EXP when we came lost so much money.
But,
I think about that all the time.
but not coming now. In the future, they're going to get more money.
There's more money.
So it's, you know, for people who think they missed the boat, oh, we're not even close. We just opened Italy today. We're going all over the world. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
so
it's very exciting.
So
very exciting stuff.
Yep. And it has been a pleasure to do this journey with you girls now and in the future. And for all of you out there that are like, I don't want to miss any more of it, give us a call and we will help you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that one more time. If you want to change your life and you come in just with this group right here, you get a top producing agent, you get a top recruiter, and the top business owners all in one shot partnering with you.
And a KV core specialist.
And
that's right. And she's not even on tonight.
Our KV core specialist.
That's right.
So anyway, girls, we thank you for taking the time out of your evening to come on our wonderful show. We will talk to you later.
Thanks.
Bye.